The Boko Haram are there in the Sambisa forest. I'm not disputing that fact. The Boko Haram are scattered in almost all parts of the state. But that they no longer have the strength to hold on to any territory in the Federation of Nigeria. But we have them in Konduga local government, in Kalabalge, in Marte. As I said, for now, I will allow almost all our people to go back to their communities, except 2 local government areas where the peace is still fragile. Like in Abadan, it's the military that are holding on to the town. But Abadan is not far off from the islands where the Boko Haram are resident. If we allow the people of Abadan, for instance, to go back to Malampaturi and Abadan, the Boko Haram can easily come and inflict pain and death and destruction on the people. So until those islands are cleared of the remnants of the Boko Haram, the people of Marte, the people of Abadan will have to exercise some patience. But with all sense of responsibility, I'm telling you, Abadan, Malampaturi, Marte are under the firm grips of the federal troops. I believe that apart from pursuing the military end, we should also explore the political end.
How would this look like, the political solution that you're talking about?
The political solution I'm talking about has to do with moderate elements within the sect that were pushed by economic circumstances to join the sect, that are amenable to dialogue, that are willing to lay down their arms to be de-radicalized, rehabilitated and reintegrated into the society. Like we have 2 major camps, the Mohammed Noor faction and the Shekau faction. Shekau is a rebel lunatic. He's a nihilist, impervious to human reason, that is very difficult for us to get into any dialogue with. But I believe that the Mohammed Noor faction is more amenable to dialogue, because the most intractable of problems, the Irish problem, the Palestinian question, at the end of the day, we are all sorted out on the negotiating table. I believe that talking to moderate elements would also give us the opportunity to break their ranks, so that in that way we can have a lasting peace in the northeast sub-region.
Do you have an idea of perhaps where the Chibok Girls may be right now, the remaining of them?
Well, the last time they were picked from the Banki axis. So probably, for those of them that are under the custody of Shekau, probably they may be deep in the boil of the Sambisa forest. That's my own honest opinion. For those that are with the other groups that are dispersed in the Lake Chad region and in other parts of the state, you know, I don't think if the whole of them can be gotten at once. But I believe that those under the custody of Shekau, for instance, I believe, my honest opinion, I'm not a military expert, I'm not a security expert, but I'm the political leader on ground with the tentacles to know what is going on. I believe a substantial number of them might be found in the Sambisa forest.
You were anxious of the closure of the IDP camps by May of this year, but that doesn't look realistic any longer. When do you think largely that the IDP camps might be closed effectively?
This is a very troubling question, but honestly, when the people of Bama, Abadan, Marte, Damasak, and Goza gets back to their home states, we have no business keeping the camps alive. And most of our people, let me be very honest with you, are itching to go back to their homes, and we are determined to restore back their dignity.
And that's it for the first part of the interview with the governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima. When we return after this break, we will take on the governor on issues aside the issues of Boko Haram and insurgency to politics. Does he think that the President Muhammadu Buhari will run in 2019? He also spoke to us about the issue of restructuring in Nigeria. His views are very interesting. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everyone. After all said and done, should the government be considering a political solution to end the war against insurgency? Those are some of the views shared by the governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima. He did say he's a political leader on the ground. He understands the situation. Let's flip the page right now. Let's talk some politics with the governor, whom I asked about President Muhammadu Buhari's stance on the 2019 agenda. Should the APC fit that man? Should he run in 2019? And of course, what has appeared to be the APC internal squabbles. Let's continue the conversation with Governor Kashim Shettima.
Just how much will be needed to complete the task of rebuilding Borno State, for example?
A lot of bridges were destroyed. The most important of the bridges is the Maiduguri-Gamboru-Ngala Road Bridge in Gamboru, that the insurgents placed some improvised devices and blew up the road. The bridge and that road in particular is the most important route in Nigeria. Not the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Certainly not the Ilela Road in Sokoto or the border road in Katsina. No, the most important road is in Nigeria is the Maiduguri-Gamboru-Ngala Road.
Why?
Because it is the gateway to the Central African region. Most of the products, even the table egg that is consumed in Jamaica, comes from Nigeria. So our economies are inextricably intertwined. The Chadian, the Cameroonian, the Central African, products from Nigeria reaches as far as Sudan. And that route is the main route.
So about 3 or 4 countries?
More than 4, about 7 countries, up to Central African Republic, up to Southern Sudan. And I had a discussion with Alhaji Aliko Dangote. He said that route accounts for 40% of his product sales. And I can assure you that in the coming weeks and months, we are determined, it needs to go alone, to pick some of these bridges for the collective good of our people.
That road, the bridge you talk about, will cost just how much?
It will cost not more than $1 billion or 2, that particular bridge.
Billion naira?
Yeah, not more than $1 billion or 2.
So why is priority not given to that bridge, for example?
We are talking to the federal government. They have pledged a commitment towards assisting us in fixing that bridge. The economy of Kano depends largely on Maiduguri. That if Maiduguri sneezes, the Kanoan economy catches cold. I was the manager of a bank in Maiduguri 10 years ago. That bank, that unit of the bank, was processing the highest volume of cash per bank, per branch in the whole of the West African sub-region. There is no location of any bank that was processing as much cash, not in Onitsha, not in Kano, not in Apapa, not in Balogo market, no. We were processing 1 billion naira cash every single day. That bears testimony to the volume of transactions that takes place in Maiduguri market. So believe me, what we are witnessing is a temporary eclipse. The Borno sun will start shining.